Cronus swallowed his children. Zeus didn't do that. Well, technically, he did. I'm Archer, and this is... The gods did what? After the Titan War, the world finally felt quiet. The Titans were defeated, the sky belonged to Zeus and the Olympians, and for the first time in a long time, the universe had a new ruler. But here's what Greek mythology loves to do. The moment you think the story is over, it asks a harder question. What happens when the hero becomes the king? Zeus didn't just defeat Cronus. He chopped him up into 1,000,000 pieces and cast him into Tartarus, the deepest part of the world. If you watched my first video, you would know that Tartarus is known as the basement of the basement for the world. Anyway, Zeus started doing what rulers always do. He organized the world. He set boundaries. He divided power to his brothers and... you thought I was going to say his sisters, didn't you? No, what he really did was leave out his sisters and give territory to his brothers. Only his brothers. The sky would be his, the sea would belong to Poseidon, the underworld would belong to Hades, which meant that he wasn't allowed on Olympus, obviously. A new order, a new system, and at first it sounded fair. But then, the myths gave Zeus a problem, familiar problem, a prophecy. Because Zeus hears the same kind of warning Cronus heard. Someday, a child of Zeus could overthrow him. And if that sounds familiar, it's supposed to. Because this is the curse of power in Greek mythology. Every ruler fears the next ruler. And fear makes people do stupid things. Or terrifying things. Now, enter a figure most people don't talk about much. Metis, one of the titans that sided with Zeus in the Great War. And Zeus falls in love with her. Or at least, he wants her close. Because wisdom is useful, especially when you're king. But then, Zeus hears another warning. Metis will have a child. And that child could become more powerful than Zeus. And suddenly, Zeus is staying at the same crossroads as Cronus. Do you trust your future? Or do you try to control it? Cronus made his choice. And Zeus told himself, I'm not Cronus. I'm not a tyrant. I'm not a monster. But then, Zeus does something that should make you pause. He swallows Metis. He opens his mouth so wide it would make an anaconda jealous. There's no battle, no lightning, just a decision, a solution, a way to keep the prophecy trapped inside him. If you're thinking, wait, that sounds exactly like Cronus, that's the point. Because Zeus didn't swallow his children, but he did swallow the person who's going to have his children. And that's how myths show you power repeating itself. Different ruler, same fear. But the story doesn't stop there. Because swallowing Metis doesn't erase what's coming. It changes how it arrives. And later, Zeus gets an unbearable pain in his head. Not just a headache, a cosmic, impossible pressure. To the point where Zeus asks his son, Hephaestus, to crack his head open. I'm going to let you think about that for a second. A headache so bad that you have to ask your son to crack your head open. Just to relieve the pressure. I don't know. Seems insane to me. So Hephaestus cracks Zeus's head open, and you know what pops out? Athena in full battle armor with a spear fully grown. And the first thing she says is a demand to be known as the goddess of war, strategy, and wisdom. So what does that tell us? In Greek mythology, the villains aren't always evil. Sometimes they're just afraid. Afraid of losing power. Afraid of being replaced. Afraid of the next generation. Cronus swallowed his children to stop a prophecy. Zeus swallowed Metis to stop a prophecy that couldn't be stopped. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Zeus isn't just the hero who defeated a tyrant. He's also the king who learned how easy it is to become one. And that's where the story is heading next. Because once Zeus rules, the universe doesn't become peaceful. It becomes complicated. The gods start making rules, making punishments, and soon, those choices will spill into the human world. I'm Archer, and this has been The Gods Did What?